Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to another podcast episode where I wanted to expand on the inverted matrix programming and how this plays out um, in practical terms, as well as why this is important for us to be aware of and to start really shining a light on the deeper layers of reality so that we can create new empowering role models for the new earth. So the way the inverted matrix is actually one of the topics that have been very later in my journey revealed, very late in my journey, because it is a concept that it's may take a while to wrap our heads around it, and realizing that the distorted programmings that we have been investing in are actually an inversion of the truth. Now, what is the truth? You may be asking. What I mean by the truth is the light, the source, pure source energy, the divine templates that when you embody, you are connected to your soul, to oneness, to the truth of who you are. You're vibrating at a higher frequency because you are connected to source. Now, through distorted programmings and through distorted role models that are basically embodying the dark energies, we have been programmed into a reality that is separating us from source and separating us from oneness consciousness. And this is the 3D agenda, is basically separating humanity. Because when we are united, you can imagine no one can actually have the power to quote unquote lead us and keep us disempowered, because the whole inverted matrix is all about the slavery systems, feeling into this victim mindset and powerlessness, and ultimately serving an agenda that is not of the light. And when you start looking at just how multi-layered this whole orchestration is, whoa, it is pretty when you look at the nano level of programming and just how much effort these gray aliens, dark agendas, however you want to call them, matrix agents, have put into, now you can understand why it has been hard. And when I say hard, it's still pretty impressive what we have reached to do in this lifetime, because we're talking about thousands and thousands of years of programming, of human programming. But it's pretty amazing what we have achieved in this lifetime, meaning to start seeing so much through these layers and having it become so clear to us and having it exposed so much that it no longer has an effect on us. And obviously, as you know, this comes in waves, right? We are the first waves. We are the trailblazers. We are the wayshowers that will awaken the next layers and the next layers and the next layers. And then we have the amazing starseed souls that are preparing to land as well. And they do not carry karma. They are just, pure starseed souls here to create the new galactic race of humanity, who is going to be part of the whole galactic system, meaning they will be able to receive help more easily. Other civilizations will be able to access the new Earth, and it's not going to be this dark bubble that is separated from the whole galaxy, and that is being hijacked by these forces. So the first thing that has really made me put all the pieces together has been the masculine and feminine separation agenda. And this really has an impact, because when you target the family unit, you target the whole entire humanity. And this is very, very smart. Again, I think I've shared this in the past. The devil is very smart, but we are much, much smarter anyway. And when you look at, it is the first thing that it is being targeted. It's the family unit, because the energies within the family unit will be transferred from generation to generation to generation to generation. And when you break the family unit by having distorted dynamics, meaning if there is no sacred union between the partners, if there is a divine masculine with the dark feminine, or the divine feminine with the narcissist, and they are in this power dynamics, they are not in sacred union, they are not sharing this energy of unconditional love that they can just transfer, and everything is conditional, and everything is surface level, and everything is just nonsense. The child will grow with so much insecurity, so low self-esteem. It will not, we're all wounded children. We all carry this starved inner child within us that is craving for love, that is for true, unconditional, authentic love, for validation of our true self, and not, being seen just when you earn some sort of prize, or when you're the good boy or the good girl in front of the neighbors, or whatever the nonsense may be. But when you're truly seen for who you are, when you are free to express your creativity, and when you're encouraged to be your most authentic self, now that's when you no longer need the matrix to feed your starved inner child. And anyway, the matrix is all filled with illusion. It's just that by the end of you awakening and realizing what this whole nonsense is all about, you have already fed the matrix enough, and they have gotten what they needed out of you. But our generation is here to see through the inverted matrix, to see through the separation between the separation of the sacred divine union, which is really at the root, at the basis of this of the collective separation. Period. This is the deep layer of the origins of separation. And this is how the dark forces have, through manipulation of the emotional body, through distorted programmings of what a man is, what a woman is, and creating, the devil creating temptations and inserting into the unions. And so today, we are changing that paradigm. We are changing the separation consciousness into oneness. And we do so by healing our own internal system, our own internal separation within ourselves. We align with our soul. We come back into our most authentic self. We are no longer under the influence of the dark energies. We are no longer under any devil energy. And we ourselves are embodying our most sacred template, our most sacred avatar. And when we do so, whether we talk about a divine feminine or a divine masculine, and these words, I almost want to change them because they have become so mainstream right now. The spiritual communities have been infiltrated by all these nonsense gurus that are preaching being divine, whatever they, some sort of trip that they are in. But basically, it's embodying your sacredness, which is the truth of who you are, and releasing all the illusions that has separated you from source. Because oneness is ultimately connection to source. When you're connected to source, at the very high level, we are all oneness. Okay, your soul is connected to all there is. There is this interconnected web of souls that we call oneness, which in the end is one. And when we are disconnected from our soul, meaning where we are disconnected from this network, from the all there is, basically from the whole, from the rest of just the whole entire universe, we are then pawns on a table that we're just being played by these influences that have ultimately an agenda, which is to keep us in separation and to keep to have supremacy over Earth and over Mother Gaia, which is not what we came here to do. So when we see through the inverted matrix, and by that I mean the things that you have been lured into, it's time to see through the illusions of who was the bad guy, who is the good guy, and through mastering your emotional body again, and stop being swayed left and right by external influences, and become truly sovereign. Taking a trip alone, going and spend time outside in nature for 30 days alone by yourself. Go do a Vipassana meditation. Go spend, do a silent meditation retreat. Just detox your mind from the illusions and come back to source. Talk to God. Come back into alignment with the truth of who you are, Stop giving your energy away. Stop giving your power away to any source. And when your system is detoxed enough, then you can discern. Then you are sober enough to discern, and you can actually see through the inversion. And then you completely stop investing into the old earth, and you start building into the new earth. So, beautiful souls, I hope that this message landed where it needed to land. And I am so thrilled to be doing this together to create a new earth. We are living in such an exciting time. The whole nonsense is behind us. We're still uncovering layers and layers and layers and layers, but really the worst is behind us. And I really hope that this message gives you a sense of renewed motivation for this upcoming new year and the age of Aquarius, because it's going to be really awesome. All right, I am sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, and bye for now.